In today's video we focus on the key game of the 4th round of the Shamkir chess tournament, Fabiano Caruana versus Magnus Carlsen. Caruana happened to be the very last opponent Carlsen had lost the game to, back in June 2013, before he was world champion at the Tal Memorial in Moscow. And again Caruana managed to set huge problems for his opponent, especially after Carlsen blundered a pawn in the early stages of the game. In this position, from a Berlin endgame, White has a nice advantage. Black should have played the move c6, after which White is still better, but material remains equal. However, in the game Carlsen played, rather quickly in fact, king c8, missing the tactic knight takes c7. If Black takes the knight, then the move e6 check more or less decides the game. White will take this d7 bishop and have a rook on the 7th rank. Therefore Carlsen needed to play rook d8, and after knight e5 White was a healthy pawn up. Although Carlsen managed to find ways to complicate the position, Caruana continued to play accurately and won after the time control. We spoke to the winner about the tough decision he had to make on move 41, and we also spoke to his coach.
Yeah, before the time control I was already calculating this. It was actually my intention quite a bit before move 40. But then at the last moment, when I had 20 seconds left, I saw rook g4, which is what he played, and I got very nervous because I saw bishop e3, bishop f4, and I felt like maybe I could also lose, so I didn't want to take the risk. And knight c4 seemed like a safe option. But then, okay, after he played rook e8, I realized that I have this option again, and it makes sense to just calculate it because I have quite a lot of time. King g3 was very safe and probably also winning, but the variation he gave in the press conference is bishop c7, king c8, and bishop b8 is what I was mainly looking at. I wasn't sure. I mean, I didn't see a clear way to make progress after that. You know, he plays bishop d7, bishop e6, and it's easy to lose track of it, you know, and screw it up. So I decided that it's more forcing, and I'll take the risk that I might miss something.
And he kept on playing, and he's pretty good at finding the most annoying moves, even in lost positions. Were you, after that, any moment worried?
Well, in general, I'm always a bit worried that I might blunder something because it's a very complicated position. There was always some, checks on g1, but I didn't see anything, so I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything, and he didn't see it either.
Generally speaking, it's of course not the first encounter of Fabiano playing Magnus. It's also not the first time he succeeded, although it's clear that, of course, each game against Magnus, it's some kind of trial sometimes. I cannot say that we did some special psychological preparation. Mostly it was clear that it's to be concentrated, to be focused during the game. And it was clear that we wanted to have a fight today. So, of course, it always depends, chess, it's not always depends on your own will, it's also your opponent. So, but somehow out of the opening we got a position that we already had analyzed previously, and Fabiano had a clear idea what he's doing. So by all Berlin standards it was some pressure on Black's position. And this time, in opposite to the game against Sergei Karjakin, Fabiano played really accurately through all the game. So I still didn't analyze it in details, but it looked like a very smooth game actually. Of course, I trusted that he was calculating quite some time. Of course, tiredness, it's always an important factor in any game, but somehow, okay, they are young players, so I was quite confident that he calculated the consequences.